Hi, this is Julie. This is the fifth video in the series on exponent rules, and in this video we're going to take a look at the zero rule for exponents. This rule has to do with cases where the exponent on a number is the number zero. And in order to understand why this rule works or what this rule is, we're going to actually just drop down here for a second and take a look at an example related to the quotient rule. So we had the quotient rule before that said that anytime you have a fraction where we have, we'll just use an example here. Let's say I've got x to the m over x to the m. So I've got a quotient in which the numerator and the denominator have the same base. They're both raised to a power. The quotient rule says that what I should do is I should subtract the exponents. Now, just looking at this problem before I even go ahead and use the quotient rule, I know that anytime I divide a number by itself, I'm going to end up with 1 as my answer. If I use the So I'm going to just write that down here. If I use the quotient rule and I subtract those exponents, that means I'm going to take m minus m, and of course a number minus itself is just 0. So this sort of shows me what's going to happen with the zero rule, that anytime that I have a number raised to the 0 power, it's going to be equal to 1, and that goes back to that quotient rule. So the general rule here is that x to the 0 is always equal to 1. Doesn't matter what that x is. So if I have 2 to the 0, 2 to the 0 is equal to 1. If I have a product like 3m raised to the 0 power, it's going to be equal to 1. If I have a big, long, complicated quantity here, so something like negative 2xyz over 3yz, all raised to the 0 power, it's equal to 1. So it doesn't matter what number or what term I'm raising to the 0 power, my answer is always going to be 1. So pretty easy rule to remember. In the next video we'll talk about one more rule that relates to exponents that has to do with negative exponents. Thanks.